Good Saturday morning. It's Casey and Rex here on the radio with you. This is our behind the scenes for our patrons. Got here really early this morning, actually, because we have a special guest in the studio, Catherine Peace, who does not mind being on video. Hi. We're going to be talking about writing a series today, and Catherine has written one specifically in the romance genre. And this is a really popular genre for series because you get your readers hooked on a particular set of characters, and then you just work your way through the character set. So when you started this series, did you know it was going to be a series, or did you write the first one and then like, oh, look at all these other interesting characters here?
I actually did know it was going to be a series. So way back when, the first time around, I was approached by a friend of mine who had started a small publisher, and they had these different lines that they were looking for people to write for. And so I had planned a book for their foodie line, one that was called Coming Home, another that was On the Run. I forget what the other one was that prompted book 4, but yes, I did know, and I had a blast.
Yeah. So they gave you a list of like a type of book they were looking for?
Yeah. They were specifically working on these lines to begin with. So they weren't necessarily taking just random submissions. So my friend Carrie Ann had approached me to write for at least one of them. And as I was looking through, I was like, oh, I'd love to write a foodie romance. I love food. I love the Food Network.
Yeah.
So that was absolutely a hit. And as I was doing my pre-planning and coming up with Ember and then eventually her sisters, her dad, and their whole background, I was like, oh, I can make these fit into so many of these other lines that it just worked out great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So this, the traction that you've gotten with this set of books, has it spurred the rest of your books to sell? Like your backlist, has your backlist been selling too? Or is it simply like, hey, this is this thing, it stands on its own?
Kind of more that it stands on its own. I haven't seen a whole lot of bump per book, but I know that series read through usually falls off with book 2. And for book 2, it's my favorite one, and of course it's the one that has the fewest reviews on Amazon.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's okay. But I'm hoping that with book 4 coming out on the 27th, and then us putting the series into Kindle Unlimited in August, that'll kind of revitalize.
Well, you'll get me reading it on Kindle Unlimited August, that's for sure. As soon as I was looking at your website, I was like, oh, these are great. They're not on Kindle Unlimited. Sorry, can't help you.
Yeah, that's like 99% of paranormal romance readers
are on
like,
Kindle Unlimited.
Please give me a finished series on Kindle Unlimited. I'm like, I want to so bad.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about finished series. We're going to talk about box sets. We're going to talk about whether or not you plan out your series from the very beginning. If you knew you were writing a series, and it kind of goes against some of the wisdom that we've been given, which was like, write a really good book. And if it turns into a series, that's great. And this advice I'm seeing everywhere about series instead is like, oh no, you should know how the series is going to go from beginning to end. So we're going to have, I think, a healthy debate on that here on the show here in just a few minutes. Thanks for being patrons. Thanks for supporting the show. We appreciate y'all. If there's anything we can do to support your work, by all means, let us know. We'll see you on the air in just a couple minutes.